A couple weeks ago, I uploaded my first ever Warframe video, which was totally unscripted, and it was a long rant about my new player experience going into the game. As of right now, before the end of the year, it's sitting at over 40k views, and I've amassed about 1,000 subscribers since that video has launched. There were also a few comments in that video that asked me to make a video on my thoughts and opinions on the old peace update when it came out. Well, here we are. The old peace update came out about a week ago at the time of recording this, and this was my first ever Warframe major content update experience since I started playing the game, or just in general. As you can see right here, I have Uriel in the oven ready to go here in a couple days, and I'm feeling pretty good about that. And overall, given that this was my first ever Warframe update experience live in current time, I think I've been having a pretty good time. And I got a couple points I want to share with everyone on just what exactly it is I enjoyed about this. One of the things I noticed in this game when going through the updates and also experienced the new update in real time is that the content that they put out isn't some massive expansion like you'd see in like a World of Warcraft expansion or some other traditional, let's say, MMOs. It's a lot more bite-sized. That's the way I've been describing it. The content that they put out is a lot more bite-sized and digestible. For instance, when I was going through the different quest lines and I've been pressed for time, I would ask my chat before getting into a quest on how long it should take me to do, let's say, a major story arc, just so I can get an idea if I can complete it before the end of stream or not. And I was very surprised that most of the time they would say within a couple hours, or maybe a little bit more if I was fucking around, which, spoiler alert, yeah, I fucked around a lot. And the old piece was no different. It was a bite-sized update, and they kind of flesh it all out for you just like any other game as soon as you boot it up. They lay out exactly what you're going to be experiencing in the different frames and the different weapons you're going to be able to get your hands on, I guess. The game doesn't look to overload you on new content or new information, but it seems to be giving you a lot more smaller but meaningful content that you can progress through and earn new achievements, new frames, new weapons. I actually like that a lot. Now, I don't know if I'm describing that the right way. That was just my interpretation of it. This may seem like a Glazer take, but I do think that formula does respect your time if you're somebody who works a lot or is a family man, family woman, and you know, you don't have as much free time to go and play your favorite games or do your hobbies with. You know, this is not like World of Warcraft where you got like that fear of missing out. You know, you get these content updates that are given to you in smaller chunks. I say small, but I don't mean it literally like small. Like, you know, they do bring some punch to it, but you know, it's there, and you can chisel away at it even if you're not sitting down and grinding out like 40-60 hour sessions. I don't know. I have to give an honorable mention very early into the video because I got acknowledged by Rebecca Ford on my TikTok account because I could not pronounce the Vincubus, which I think that's how you pronounce it after reading several comments telling me I'm an idiot. First of its kind, the how do they fucking come up with these names? Like, wait, what are they fucking doing? How are they fucking making these names? Vincubus? Going into my first major content update in this game, and I get recognized by the literal space mother herself for being an illiterate retard. As I'm sitting there looking through the list of all the new things, I get to the Vincubus and I don't even know how to say it, and I start crashing out, losing my mind, because I feel like everything in this game has to have a complicated name, and I don't understand why. Why can't we simple? The second thing I really enjoy about this game, and this is something that I never actually knew that Warframe was going to do good when I started it to begin with, is the storytelling. Now, I haven't been nearly as invested into the story naturally because I've gotten to the game so late. And a lot of these story arcs and these storylines these players have been sitting on for years, and seeing it come to fruition, I bet you, is a pretty good feeling. But even the way they tell the story for new players and catching up to it, yeah, I feel like that we're amounting to something pretty big. Like, I really get that vibe, almost like we're going to get some like Avengers Infinity War payoff or something like that. I can actually feel that, and I can feel like excitement around that. The story itself was really cool. I mean, basically you're playing as your child, your operator, and your space mother is drowning you in a bathtub, trying to get you to have your life flash before your eyes, because you know what they say, when your life flashes before your eyes, you start getting all these different memories and these different images as you were going through your different stages of life. Well, she's like drowning you in the tub, trying to get your life flash before your eyes so you can start seeing all these different things that they don't know about, and then she pulls you out of it and asks you what you saw right before you die, and then you tell her what you saw and you tell her what you remember, and she's like, okay, good, and then she puts you back into the tub and starts drowning you again. Like, I mean, it's a really good storyline, honestly. I really enjoy it. The devil comes in there, and there's some like kid with like a face, and he takes it off too, and it's like really weird. And the music, holy shit, the music is fucking awesome too. I mean, the whole thing is a spectacle. I mean, seriously, I was not when that Cast and Cry song, I know it's called like something lullaby, but when that song came on, like, dude, holy shit. I mean, just look at my live reaction right here. A lot of health. All right. I in church? Yeah, that's pretty good. You know, one of the things I appreciate too is the fact that as a new player, I didn't need to go through some crazy grind to be able to catch up to this point. You know, it's not like World of Warcraft where I have to spend months and months leveling up just so I can, you know, play the next expansion or do all these gear grinds and stuff like that just for it all to be irrelevant at the drop of an update. All you got to do is complete like a little checklist and hit these pre-requirements to be able to join the quest and you're good. I'm only MR7 at the time of recording this video, and I was able to catch up and enjoy the story as it is right now with everyone else, and it's been a really good time, and I'm really glad that there's no like barrier to entry in that. There's no gatekeeping with the story, and I feel like that's a really good thing, and it's something they do really well because they tell a good story, they want players to play through their story, and it's not punishing you because you didn't spend hundreds of hours into the game. You know, I feel like a lot of people have different goals when they play this game, and you know, a lot of them will play it like a single player game, and here you go. You know, the barrier to entry is low for even someone like you if you just enjoy the story. There's got to be a lot of 40K fans on the team there at DE because like even just the system name Tau and you know, all these different reference, like the Void and Warp, you know, there's a lot of similarities, I feel. I mean, not a lot, but there's a good handful of similarities that I see between the 40K universe and the Warframe universe. I don't know. There's got to be some 40K fans. Now, one of the other things that I personally thought was cool that I mentioned while I was playing it, and it might not be as cool to you because you've probably seen it before, but, you know, at the beginning when they give you that little list of all the things you're going to be encountering, the new weapon, the new frame, during the story, they actually give you those things to try. Like, they actually give you the weapon to try in the storyline, and even though, like myself, I can't craft it yet because I'm not at the mastery rank, I was still able to try it to see if I like it, so that way when I do get the mastery level, I know I'm going to want to go and grind for that and unlock it and use it, max it out, whatever. It's a really good gun. Same thing with Uriel, the new devil frame. I mean, that was pretty nuts. Granted, when I was told that we were going to go back to the academy and start shooting up the place, I kind of made a, oh, man. Columbine, let's go! Let's go! That was fucked up. That was fucked up. I didn't mean that. That was a joke. I made a little dark joke about that one. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I mean, how could you not, right? Chat made me do it. Every time you say something wrong or you go a little too far, chat made me do it. Chat made you do it, okay? Even if you're not a streamer, all right? Chat made you do it. Okay, peer pressure. Peer pressure is a hell of a drug. Like I said, that was like a little small thing, but that was something that I thought was pretty cool. They gave you some things to try out. So when you go back to your main world or whatever you want to call it, once you come out of the storyline, you know that like that's a frame I definitely want to play, and it's a frame gets you excited. It's like a preview, like a little teaser, like they're teasing you, you know. And then when you get out of there, you go, fuck, I want to use that thing. I want to use that frame. What the hell? Yeah, how do I get the... What's it called again? Vincubus? Oh, it's like Incubus, but with the V. Vincubus. You know, that's just... Let me reference again that I'm illiterate and I can't read anything in this game. So I had to pull out my phone so I can read what's coming next. The other thing mentioning too is the 2 new modes they added in, which are used to grind the new frame, the new weapons, the new blueprints or whatever, which I think are pretty cool too. You have the Descendia and the Parida Rebellion. Did I say that right? The Descendia, when I first saw it, kind of gave me like Mortal Kombat, like Tower Challenge, or like a reverse Torghast of some sort. And I know that might be a bad example, but that's just where my head went. And the Parida Rebellion is basically like a 12-minute, like, how fast can you complete these objective, like, mission thing? And you can farm different crafting materials, different currencies. I don't know if you would call them currencies, but different things that you can use to craft new frames, craft new weapons, and all sorts of stuff. Now, my honest take on these game modes right now is... they were a little too easy. However, that's super biased because I played with my chat when we were doing that. And my chat has like 5,000 hours played each person coming in there, just nuking the fucking world. So I didn't get a chance to experience it in the terms of like a hard mode or a steel path or anything like that. So we were just blasting through it. Now, that's not a bad thing. I'm not talking bad on it because I know that my experience was a little skewed or my experience was a little privileged, let's just say. But I'm somebody who likes grinding things, okay? That sounded really wrong. Now I'm somebody who likes to grind for materials, grind for currency, grind for gear upgrades. Like, that's the type of world that I came from. So repeating missions and getting your friends in there and blasting through it just to get your rewards or to get your currencies or to get your rare drop chances and stuff like that. You know, that's kind of like my thing. Like, I really enjoy doing that. One of the things I like that Warframe does is, you know, they do like the charting type shit, you know, of like, if you want this thing, you got to go here. And if you want this thing, you know, you got to go here. But then to get to there, you got to go here. And every now and again, they reel it back. And it's like, if you want this type of material or you want this frame, just do this like 50 fucking times. Some people might find that boring, but myself, I actually think it's really fun to do that. I think it's fun to get people that you know, maybe get some friends, throw on some music, throw on a TV show, I don't know, and you can just kind of play, shut your brain off and just play it and just, you know, the euphoria comes from when you look at the end of your rewards and see if RNGs has fucking blessed you. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I enjoy. I know it's not for everyone, but that's something that I personally enjoy. So having these missions to go and do and just kind of grind them out was fun for me. I thought it was really fun. And that's the other thing. A lot of my experience is kind of nerfed because I'm not in Steel Path from what I understand. But I'm not going to rush that. I'm not going to rush that because I am enjoying my time so far. But yeah, I mean, I thought the game modes were really fun. I did a lot of that Parita Parita, I don't know. To kind of tie in with that too, there was somebody in my chat that kind of brought this up before, and it kind of fit with these new game modes. Is Warframe kind of gives like an ARPG-esque vibe to it, like a Path of Exile, theory build, theory crap, you know, blow up rooms, blasting through rooms type of vibe. And these game modes kind of show that off a bit, you know, like I thought about that in some instances where it's like going into rooms, everyone's just trying to swing their dick around, full clear these rooms, get the material you want. You know, it's kind of ARPG like, and I'm somebody who likes Path of Exile. Granted, I've never gotten super far into it, or even Diablo, but I've always liked that concept of going into a room, smashing shit, grabbing what you need and getting out and going and do it again. This might be where my review kind of falls flat on its face because I am a lower MR level and I'm not at that higher difficulty. But again, this is the perspective of a new player and I've enjoyed it so far. I mean, all in all, the update experience for me has been really great. I've been really enjoying myself. I actually bought my first bout of plat the other day because of how much I was enjoying myself, and I logged in and I got myself a nice little cheeky 50% off booster for like my 28th or 29th day login bonus or something like that. And yeah, I've been enjoying the game that much, and I enjoyed the update that much. I threw him 10 bones. Hey, listen, hey, don't spend it all in one place. You know, I got $20 worth of platinum. I gave you 10 bucks for it. It sounds like a good deal. Right? Get yourself a Big Mac. Now, I've really been enjoying my experience with this game so far, and being here for one of these big updates that I feel like is starting to steamroll into something even bigger or better down the line. I mean, yeah, I enjoyed it. I really have. And I still have a lot more I got to do. I'm still lower on the MR level. I got to climb up to be able to get that Vincubus. And I'm sure there's other things that I've yet to discover or I've forgotten about and I haven't mentioned in this video yet. But so far, everything that they've showed us, I've enjoyed it. I've been enjoying myself. I haven't been able to sink as much time into it as I wanted to because of work and personal life. You know, we're getting up to the holidays. It's been a very busy time for me. I'm recording this video off a 78-hour work week. I feel like I'm going to collapse at any moment from sleep deprivation. My bloodstream is basically just caffeine now. Like any minute I'm going to have a heart attack. Okay, so if I stop uploading after this, just, you know, send my mom your regards. Send my family your regards. My dogs too. Why do you keep doing that? Honestly, why do you keep doing that? As of now, those are my thoughts, and that's how I feel about it, and I wanted to share those opinions with you guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this Christmas theme we got going on here. This is the part of the video where I rant about things that aren't related to what I was just talking about and more so related to the channel, so feel free to click off now. Once again, thank you guys for getting me to over 1,000 subscribers. I know it's a lower number in the grand scheme of things, but that's a big milestone for a small content creator like myself. Yeah, I didn't really know how to react. I mean, I'm still shocked by it, and you know, the overwhelming love and support from the Warframe community is awesome, and I'm here for it. This is the last long form video I'm going to have before the end of the new year. So if you stuck around this long, I will get sappy and I will say, I hope you and your family has a Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a good New Year. We will see you guys in 2026. Holy fuck, it's gonna be 2026. We're getting old, dude. This is it. Hey, we're not getting any better from here. That's all I got today, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta cut that out. We'll see you all in the new year.